We always like to use the acronym TAG, T-A-G. Before making any investment, think about, hey everyone, Nick Nielsen, Certified Financial Planner. Today I want to talk with you about this concept of balance. Recently I was having a conversation with my childhood friend and wanted to share some of the insights from that conversation. We were talking about the differences between our generation and our parents' generation. Largely when I think about my parents' generation, they worked in the same job for 20 plus years. They lived in the same home for 20 plus years. At age 65, they retired and they started doing their bucket list things, doing the things that they've wanted to do all their life that they never got a chance to. I think the biggest difference between that generation and our generation is we don't want to wait 20 plus years to have those experiences and live our best life. We want to do those things today. And most of us want to do those things while we have young kids at the house and we can do them together as a family and make those incredible experiences. I'm all for that. Financial planning is largely helping fund your dreams. It's more than just investment. We always tell the clients that we guide your dreams determine your plan determines your portfolio. The portfolio is nothing more than the funding mechanism of your plan. How do we get there? We have to start saving outside of a qualified retirement plan. If we continue to save and invest only within our 401k, I know it's easy. I know it's the easiest way to do it. But those dollars are really inaccessible until we're at least 55 years old. Two things to think about. Number one, above and beyond your emergency fund, set up what I like to call as a sinking fund. Set aside dollars that you know that you're going to use every year for those awesome family experiences and excursions that you've been talking about. For example, if you know that through the course of the year you're going to spend $12,000 on these amazing experiences and memories, open a separate account, start setting aside $1,000 a month or $500 a paycheck so you know that money's going to be there, and when the time comes to pay the $6,000 bill for the cruise, it's not a surprise. You've already set the money aside. Second, and maybe most importantly, begin saving and investing inside of a brokerage account. It's going to be a non-retirement or non-qualified investment account. Now, the drawback is you might have some tax disadvantages. You're going to get a 1099 on that account every year. However, the trade-off is these dollars that will be accessible for you at any time. You don't have to wait until 55 or 59 and a half. These are dollars that have already been taxed on. They're liquid. They're available. If you sell something that has a gain, there's going to be some tax consequences to it. So you're losing a little bit of tax flexibility to get access to the money. One of my favorite financial advisors in the industry, he recently had a post on social media, and he referenced the fact that if the average 40-year-old had a life-changing business idea that required $150,000 to fund it, they wouldn't be able to. You might have a life-changing business idea for you and your family. If all your money is in your 401k, it's going to be extraordinarily tough to fund it. Having a brokerage account after tax money, it starts giving you options. We always like to use the acronym TAG, T-A-G. Before making any investment, think about number one, T, how tax efficient is it? Two, access. How can I access this? What is the consequence if I access the funds? And third, the G, that is for growth potential. Keep all three of those things in mind before you allocate a dollar of your hard-earned capital towards a particular investment. The people that we work with at Know My Plan, largely they're 35 to 50-year-old executives, and they're generally making $250,000 a year or more. They've got 3 kids, they drive a minivan, and they own a golden doodle. That's our people. That's what it looks like. We put out a newsletter every week on Saturday morning. It goes out to 8:30 to our clients, 9 o'clock to everybody else who subscribes. It is real life insights, financial planning tips just like this. If you have found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to the newsletter. It's a great way for us to get our thoughts to you directly to your inbox. We're going to put the link in the show notes. If you would, please consider subscribing to Dollars and Diagrams. Thank you.